So I hopped on Twitter this morning, and I stumbled upon a strange yet hilarious rabbit hole. Today, you guys, we are here to talk about the Glasgow Willy Wonka experience. So I actually haven't gone too far down this rabbit hole just yet, so I'm doing most of this adventuring with you guys right here. But I saw this tweet right here by Culture Crave. I just saw these 3 bullet points, I saw the video, and I said, wow, this is gonna be a doozy. So, the first thing we have here is that the Willy Wonka script was 15 pages of AI-generated gibberish. Already a little bit of a red flag right there. The next bullet point says that they made up a villain called the Unknown, who is an evil chocolate maker who lives in the walls. And there's a supplementary video material here where we get to see what the Unknown actually looks like, because he made an appearance at the Willy Wonka experience that was made for kids. Check this video out. So right here, you have some kids here. You got, I think, what seems to be Willy Wonka here on the left. And pay attention to this mirror. Pay attention to this wall, because we're about to meet the main villain of today's experience.
What is that? It's the Unknown.
There he is. The Unknown.
What
The
is
evil
that?
chocolate maker.
It's the Unknown.
My favorite part is that you can hear the kids crying. You can hear the kids just in utter fear and shock by the Unknown's presence. Yeah, man, I have no idea how they thought this was a good idea for a kid's experience. And what makes this even better is that this is taking place in what seems to be a ran down warehouse. So this might not even be the Unknown. This could just be somebody who's living in the building. So the last bullet point here, though, says the event had no chocolate. Mind you, this is a Willy Wonka - Charlie and the Chocolate Factory experience, but for some reason there's no chocolate. Maybe the evil chocolate maker stole all the chocolate. There could be some nice lore there, but we're not too sure. Kids, instead, were given a single jelly bean and a cup of lemonade. Not exactly what I'd expect out of the Willy Wonka experience, but hey, maybe my hopes are just set way too high. So after reading all of this, I got really excited because, to my surprise, it turns out that these are only new details on the Willy Wonka experience disaster. This isn't even the base stuff. So right here, I pulled up an article summarizing the events. It's by The Independent, and it is titled, "Furious Families Demand Refunds as Laughable Willy Wonka Experience Leaves Children in Tears." I love this part right here. The kids had so much fun that they left in tears. Love to see it, love to see it. So, what is this? Is this video? Oh, no, this is the Wonka trailer. Why would they put this up here as if it's some good comparison? Hey, guys, this is what they were expecting, right? This is what they were promised, and this is what they got. Look at this. So we have a bouncy house, not even candy themed, mind you, not Willy Wonka themed, not chocolate themed, not rainbow themed. No. It's just a pink bounce house. And also, look at how empty these tables are. Like, when you really think about it, you can go to a grocery store, pick up 100 bars of chocolate from some generic brand for maybe $10. They didn't even do that. And I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't even buy these tables or rented them even. This might just be warehouse supplies that were left in the building. So just to read through what The Independent wrote here, they say that children burst into tears as angry parents rounded on the ringleader of the Willy Wonka experience, which turned out to be a sparse Glasgow warehouse decorated with a rainbow and bouncy castle. Furious parents shelled out £35 for the world of pure imagination, promising a delectable chocolate fountain and whimsical Oompa Loompas, who in reality were actors struggling to recite scripts hastily handed to them the night before opening. Wait, to be fair though, if it's a world of pure imagination, like the movie suggests, then maybe they just have to use their imagination on this. Maybe there is a sparse chocolate fantasy land here, and we just don't see it because we're using our eyes and not our third eye. So organizers, the House of Illuminati, apologized for the stressful and frustrating day and offered 850 refunds before closing the experience to guests on Saturday. Okay, a little bit of a red flag right here, but I wouldn't exactly trust an organization called the House of Illuminati when it comes to giving my kids a really nice Willy Wonka experience. The House of Illuminati, name alone, does not inspire much confidence. So we have a couple of more images here. We have the rainbow that they were promised, and hey, you know, at least they did good on that one, right? We have the rainbow guys. We also have what seems to be construction equipment in the background, a broken window up top, and black tarp to push the parents and kids in one direction like they're cattle. Absolutely love it. Just by looking at this image, it's as if I was there myself. Maybe I'm gonna have to shell out 35 pounds for this one. So what else do we have here? Eileen Butcher, who had taken her daughter, told the Daily Record it was an absolute disgrace. She said, "We went inside and there were some posters, a visual display including a rainbow, a toadstool, and a gobstopper. There also appeared to be a table strewn with jelly beans and a bouncy castle in the back. It took us a minute to walk through." I love that. There's like nothing there. They walked through the entire set in less than a minute. Some families were very, very angry and had little children who were crying. It was a tense atmosphere, and new families that were arriving looked bewildered. I love this image. They just have, sorry, they keep on putting me in the beginning of this. We have an image of what seems to be Willy Wonka and his Oompa Loompas. And this is what we have instead. We have an AI generated poster that's just taped to a wall. And the craziest part is that this AI generated image isn't even covering the whole wall. They couldn't even go that far. They just put some pins and tape on it and said, hey, we're good for today. Kids are gonna love this one. So we'll go down a little bit more. Stuart Sinclair traveled 2 hours to attend the experience with his family. And they said on Facebook, it was it was nothing short of shocking. It was described as a full Wonka experience with chocolate fountains, but the kids received 2 jelly babies and a quarter of a can of Bar's lemonade. Actors also complained on social media that they were given just 1 night to learn a script before it was torn up, and they were told to improvise around items that weren't even there. Wait, why was the script torn up? Did the House of Illuminati tear it up and say, hey, forget about the script, just use your imagination. The kids will love ya. Mr. Sinclair told The Independent that all the cast that were there did their absolute best. Okay, I'm glad they're not just screaming at the actors. They know who's at fault. It's the House of Illuminati. It's the government. Unfortunately, all the actors were subcontractors hired by Illuminati and haven't been paid either. Yo, what? Not even the actors were paid? And also, I'm surprised that the House of Illuminati paid contract actors instead of having in-house talent. Well, okay, never mind. I realize how stupid that sounds after I say it, right? The House of Illuminati is literally just a scam group. Of course, they don't have in-house talent. Sinclair goes on and says, they were in much of a shock as us, but it was probably worse for them because this is their job and made them look bad when it wasn't their fault. All the parents rounded on the guy running it. He was there and everyone was at him trying to get answers. It was that bad. It was just laughable. Oh, we have another image. Big. Oh my God. We keep on going to the beginning. No. Oh, here we are. Yeah, look at that. You got a giant fake chocolate bar in the background. What seems to be a candy cane from the North Pole. And you have some magic mushrooms here as well. What is this? Is this a pinup canvas of a factory window and wall? When they're inside of an actual factory? What is the point of this thing right here? Hey guys, in case you want to pose up with this little picture, we pinned it up for you. Yeah, I have no clue, man. I have no clue. Police Scotland said that officers issued guidance to crowds building up outside of the closed venue. The police were called? What? A House of Illuminati spokesperson said, today has been a very stressful and frustrating day for many. And for that, we are truly sorry. Unfortunately, at the last minute, we were let down in many areas of our event and tried our best to continue on and push through and now realize we probably should have canceled this thing the morning instead. Okay, hear me out. The way they word this makes it seem like the reason why it was a letdown was due to some unforeseen circumstance, some canon event, right? Maybe the unknown evil chocolate maker came in the middle of the night and stole all of their props and scripts. No, like, no, it's you guys. This wasn't unforeseen. This wasn't a last minute letdown. You should have known this was a flop days in advance, if not months in advance. We fully apologize for what has happened, and we will be giving full refunds to each and every person that purchased tickets. We planned a fabulous event, and it just did not take shape as planned. And for that, we are truly sorry. We are devastated at how this has turned out and understand people's anger and frustration that everyone has had. Refunds have already started being issued, and the rest should be over the next coming days. Again, we are truly sorry to everyone. Okay, see, look, there's a happy ending here, you know? We're getting refunds to the people who deserve it, but also, I do gotta say, I'm a little bit shocked that they actually have the money to give out refunds. Usually when these scam companies pull an event like this, they immediately spend all the money, and they're like, hey guys, sorry, we can't give refunds. So going back to this here, which... This guy always gets me, man. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
It's the unknown.
It's the unknown. Ah! I love that. I love that. So we do have more from Culture Crave, and this is kind of where I stopped. But we have the actor who played Willy Wonka speaking out about the event. So yeah, we're gonna hop in this together, just hear what he has to say, and hopefully get a good laugh out of it.
My name is Paul Connell, and
how's it going, Paul?
I was one of the actors employed to play Willy Wonka at the Wonka's Chocolate Experience fiasco that happened in Glasgow this weekend. I'm going to be poking a little bit of fun at the event, but I wanted to say before I start that I feel for anyone who bought tickets to this event, people who are expecting a magical chocolate experience and got me in a top hat in a dirty warehouse in Glasgow.
I love how he knows. He's like, hey guys, I should have been Willy Wonka, right? Like, if you wanted a great time and you saw me, that's a red flag. No, this guy's great.
People who wanted Timothy Chalamet and got Timothy Charlatan. But I am going to tell kind of my...
I hope that from this bad experience and with all the publicity it's gotten, hopefully this guy does land some nice roles though, because I do feel like the actors are the first people who would have taken backlash for this event. The article we read mentioned how they weren't blaming the actors, but I promise you that was not the first reaction, right? They didn't immediately look for the event organizer. They probably looked at this Willy Wonka guy and the Oompa Loompas and said, hey, what the heck is this? So yeah, major kudos to these guys for, you know, still being here. Hopefully they get better roles than with the House of Illuminati.
Side of it as an actor who was employed at this event. So the first red flag for me was when I was cast as Willy Wonka. Anyone who looks at me and thinks Willy Wonka and not Oompa Loompa is out of their mind. I give off major Oompa Loompa energy.
Nah, he's being modest.
But not like a good Oompa Loompa. Not like one
he
of,
can
like,
so
like
pull off
at
Willy
the back
Wonka
during the dance numbers, like falling over like your aunt at a line dancing class on holiday. But I got cast as the part on the Thursday, and was told that I needed to learn the script for the Friday. So I said, no problem, send it over. The script
one
was
day
15 pages.
Oh, it's the 15-page AI generated script.
AI generated gibberish.
That's huge.
Which I will read some for you if you want. In fact, no, I don't even need to read it because I learnt it all, and it was mad. I've learnt all of it. That's all in there.
That is some dedication.
So I'll give you one of the lines from
He
the script.
memorized a 15-page script overnight when it's all AI generated. And also, House of Illuminati. If it's AI generated, and if you're giving it to them the night before, just make it like 5 pages, brother, like 2 pages even. You know, it doesn't have to be 15. They could have shortened the prompt or something, you know? Come on, come on. They're doing them dirty.
I'm not going to do the Willy Wonka voice because I think I've embarrassed myself enough over the last few days. But one of my favorite lines was, there is a man who lives here. His name is not known. So we call him the Unknown. The Unknown is an evil chocolate maker who lives in the walls.
It's actually just so funny when they say he lives in the walls. Keep in mind, this is a kids event. This is a kids event. This isn't a Halloween spectacular spookathon. No, no, no. This is a kids chocolate factory experience. And they have some evil villain who lives in the walls. Brother, does Willy Wonka or Charlie in the Chocolate Factory even have a villain? Why did they feel the need to introduce some creature named the Unknown who lives in the walls? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. But I will admit, it got a good laugh out of me.
What? What is an evil chocolate maker for a start? Does he make evil chocolate? Or is he an evil man who makes chocolate? And what do you mean he lives in the walls?
That's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, I know the economy is bad, but brother, just get an apartment, right? Why live in the walls? Just get a house, rent or something, man. And also, yeah, it goes back to what he said a second ago too. Is he an evil guy that makes chocolate? Or is it a guy that makes evil chocolate? I have no idea. It could be both. It could be both.
I had to perform that line with gusto and validity, and that was a challenge as an actor. We were told on the experience to hand out a jelly bean, one jelly bean per child, and a quarter of a cup of Tesco's own brand lemonade. That was what the children got. No chocolate.
That's so wild too, because jelly beans are so cheap. You can buy like 1,000 jelly beans for like $5. I mean, granted, that could be an exaggeration. I haven't bought jelly beans in a long time, but from what I remember, jelly beans are not expensive. Like, come on, surely the event organizers had money to buy more than one jelly bean per kid, since the families are paying 35 pounds per ticket, right? Like, you could take 35 pounds from one family, and you could buy enough jelly beans to feed everyone at the event. Jelly beans are not that costly. There's no way. There's no way.
There was no chocolate to be had at this chocolate factory, which I really think they missed the trick, because if there's ever an event to sell chocolate, I'd say it was this one.
Oh, maybe. So from what we read, it turns out that the event was canceled halfway through. Maybe this was a major plot point. Maybe we're selling the House of Illuminati a little bit short. Maybe once the kids defeat, you know, the evil villain, the Unknown, maybe he gives out all the chocolate at the very end, right? Maybe the evil chocolate maker stole all the chocolate. You know, I see some potential with the lore here. I see some potential.
But no, they went with a single jelly bean and a quarter of a glass of lemonade.
That's so funny. Oh, that's only part one. Is there a second clip here somewhere? Customers were comparing the... Stop. Customers were comparing the Oompa Loompa station to a meth lab. What is this? Yeah, what is this doohickey on the table? Like, they have like this weird test tube as if they're creating a brand new flavor of candy or meth even. And why is there this weird bottle of cologne hiding behind plexiglass? Like what is going on here? It honestly looks like the Oompa Loompa actor doesn't even know what's happening. And also, why is the station on fire? Where is the smoke coming from? Is there smoke that's produced when you make candy? I don't know. I don't remember Charlie in the Chocolate Factory or Wonka destroying the ozone layer. Also, the bottles right here on the table, they all look like one-shot bottles you buy from the alcohol store. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on here or who thought this is a great idea. But obviously the actor is doing her best to put up with this. She knows. The look on her face, man. She knows that she is going to make some kids really unhappy today. Oh, man. Honestly, the House of Illuminati and this whole Willy Wonka experience is giving me a couple of ideas. Maybe I can start promoting a, hey, let's go to the North Pole and meet Santa Claus experience. But instead of taking people to the North Pole, I take them to China and have everyone tour child sweatshops. Maybe that's a good idea. Be like, hey guys, these are the elves. And then you see a bunch of like Chinese kids running around. Maybe that would be the equivalent here. So what else is there? Oh, this is the original one. Here we go. Police were called to an immersive Willy Wonka experience after families showed up to an empty warehouse. Okay, empty? Come on, that's a little bit disingenuous, right? We had some props here, guys. You know, the kids are gonna love this one. The event reportedly charged $40 for entry, advertised with AI art, and said it would be a journey filled with wondrous creations and enchanting surprises at every turn. Kids were all dressed up and crying, waiting for what they thought was going to be a magical experience. And here we have the AI generated art where Willy Wonka is cross-eyed. He seems to have 3 fingers on one hand and 7 on the other. Yeah, come on, guys. How could you fall for this? And this is the other AI generated art image. And honestly, this looks pretty good. AI art is pretty solid when it doesn't try to do human people. But yeah, if I saw this, I'd be like, yo, that's big. I would love to go here. But also, this would be hyper unrealistic, right? Like, come on. The Disney movie didn't look like this. Mr. Beast with $100 million, his Willy Wonka factory didn't look like this. There's no way that this warehouse was ever gonna turn into that. Oh, wait. We go down a little bit. Oh, we have more pictures from the event. Oh yeah, so this is the bouncy castle again, but from a different angle. Love it. We have Rainbow Road here. Oh, more AI generated art. And none of it matches. Wait, what? 4 different pictures of AI generated art. And they just threw it on the wall side by side as if it's supposed to create some big mural. Okay, what do we have next? What is this? Is this the Unknown's lair? What the heck is this? It's just... What is this? I don't even... Come on, guys! Let's take a tour of this bozo's laboratory. Yeah, I have no clue, man. I'm just speechless. Oh, we have pictures from the website. Wait, catgacating, live performances, partridge tons. Are these even like real words? A pasadise of sweet teats. Dude, these words are misspelled. I thought I was having a stroke, but no. These words are actually misspelled. Who fell for this? This isn't even Willy Wonka. Who is this clown? Why is there a unicorn in the background? I have no idea. There's so much wrong with this picture already. Okay, you know, the more we learn about this scam, the more I'm surprised that parents actually bought into it. And this is another one of their images on their website. Indulge in a chocolate fantasy like never before. Capture the enchantment. Willy's chocolate experience. All right, this one I will give somewhat of a pass to. Kind of strange how there's like this giant eyeball up here. I don't know if you guys saw that, but you know, hidden amongst the candy and the lollipops is just an eyeball staring at the viewer. It's like the Illuminati, right? It's the Illuminati. So this is the last AI generated image, and yeah, it's just a bunch of nonsense, right? Like, there's no way they would have brought this to life. Yeah, look, hey, we found all the jelly beans that the kids didn't get. They're hiding in this AI generated river. Yeah, man, this whole thing is just bewildering. I love this rabbit hole. Let's look at some of the Twitter comments here. Calling the police because the golden ticket was a scam is crazy. This sounds like an SNL video. People actually fell for it? Yeah, you know, at first I was like, okay, maybe they got scammed. Maybe they had really good marketing, but hey, this is the poster child, right? That was the poster child. They were greeted with this thing. Yeah. I'm starting to feel less and less bad as time goes on. This one is absolutely sending me. I love that they put an AI-generated prompt at the bottom. A glum-looking actor dressed as an Oompa Loompa appears to be conducting experiments in another snap. That's so funny. That's so funny. The Mr. Beast set looked better, which is what I said. How would you willingly pay $40 and bring your kids to something that looks like they kidnap and sell kids? And here's the thing too. I think it's $40 per person. It's not 40 per family. It's 40 per ticket. So imagine the average family, right? Mom, dad, kids. Let's say you have a sister or brother. 4 people. They got you for $160, not including taxes. That is funny. This is a prime example of why AI needs to be regulated. Yes and no. I feel like there are way better examples out there in the world as to why AI needs to be regulated. This right here is just a little bit goofy. Come on, come on. You can leave out the AI tomfoolery here, and this is still a wild story, all right? People would still fall for this, even if they didn't have AI. If watching your money disappear is the definition of a magical experience, I don't know what is. Hey, true, true, true. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of Dollar Tree decorations. Yo, this is great. No. Maybe the true experience of the Willy Wonka experience was the post experience. Sorry, that got a little bit convoluted. But hey, we all got a good laugh out of it. Thankfully, the parents are getting refunded. We all got to come together, meme on this event, and it looks like police are involved. But hey, thank you guys so much for joining me on this Willy Wonka adventure. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know if you would have fell for this. Hopefully not. Please actually don't admit that. And I'll catch you guys next video.